All right, Scott Sullivan says, good morning, everyone from 210 Home Warranty. Hi, Scott. Nice to have you. Somebody from the Keller Williams Gulf Beaches, I'm not sure who that is specifically, if it's Tiffany or Drew, it could be anyone, says, we moved into our new market center. I am currently sitting in Treasure Island. I'm so excited. Yes, thank you for saying that. Who else do we have? Some good things to start with as we wait for everybody to get on the call. I know Ethel was going to jump on and tell us something good to see if she's here. I hope you all had a fantastic holiday weekend. I got refreshed and enjoyed some time and just had a great weekend. I hope you all did too. I hope some of you hardworking real estate agents got to take a little bit of time off and enjoy your families or just some downtime. So, anybody else have something good to talk about as we wait? All right. Hey, bring Ethel in. I know Ethel's got something good to say. Bring Ethel in. Yes. Thank you, Anna. Ethel Buns, are you there? I can hear you. Yes. Do you have something good you want to tell us about?
Always.
Tell us.
Always good stuff, right?
Yeah.
No, well, Brian and I have had pretty phenomenal month, and we had a luxury property in Paso Royal that we double-sided a few weeks ago.
Woo!
And, yeah, so that's pretty awesome and really nice people. Had a chance to all kind of zoom in and chat with each other. It was kind of a new experience because they're very spiritual. So it was kind of a new way to do business other than the normal way, because it was kind of off the beaten path, kind of the spirituality of all of it. So that was kind of cool. And then we also double-sided one of our listings in Envoy Point within like 2 days of putting it on the market because of all of our, the marketing that we're doing.
Fantastic. So I love that.
They've become really great people, and I think we'll be really good friends, and they're very excited. They're moving here from New Jersey. So
I love, Ethel, how you always take your customers and turn them into relationships and friendships. And
yes,
I love that. Congratulations on double-siding 2 deals, the Manley and Buns team. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we're pretty excited about all that, plus all the other stuff that's going on. So, and I'm going on vacation Thursday for 10 days. So woohoo!
We know your business is going to boom then, because that is Ethel's marketing plan. Anytime she goes on vacation, she gets lots of deals. So
yeah, Brian's awesome. Gonna have to take them.
Yep. I heard. Thank you, Ethel, for joining us. I heard Maggie had something good too that she wanted to share. Is Maggie with us, Anna? Oh, Maggie's coming on. Hope you're ready, Maggie.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, good morning. Tell us something good.
Well, I have lots of good to say. I'm filling the bucket with all things, all love for real estate. I had a big listing that I sold last month, and I also, on the flip side of that, the sellers bought last month, and so she's my best friend. We've been working together for like 7 months, and so happy to see them get into their dream home. Plus, this weekend I got a buyer finally under contract for a property that she is just absolutely thrilled about. I've been working with her since February, and she's in that price point that's super difficult, and she wants the same house that everybody else in Pinellas County wants. So we got her under contract for a bungalow in Roser Park, and inspections are going well so far. So I'm just grateful and blessed and thankful.
Awesome, Maggie. Congratulations. I love that. I want to say, I don't know why the phrase, the radio phrase, long-time listener, first-time caller. Thank you for being a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Maggie, congratulations. Thank you for sharing your something good with us.
Thank you.
Well, Michael Reedy,
Hi, Kristen.
It is Sales Meeting Tuesday.
It is. I promise I wasn't late. Anna and I were trying to figure out some technical errors. And so we are here, and I had DJ who is going to be filling the bucket. And, you know, this is real estate where clients always come first. So he had to step out, but he did want to say a big shout out to Roy Harris and Jared, excuse me, Rosenberg, who have been helping him. They were able to work with 4 different clients looking at over 8 properties and submitting 4 different offers over the weekend. I know that we all know that you can't do anything alone, and it takes a village. And so I know that we're so thankful for the people and the relationships that we have here, people who are able to step up and do showings. And I love that about our community. So thank you to Jared and Roy on behalf of DJ.
Awesome. That is what it's all about. Together we can do more. So very good. Awesome. Well, let's Anna, I know you are behind the scenes, our fabulous Anna Olson running the slideshow for us today. So if you could bring it up. We actually have an agenda for you today. We're so official. Don't you love this? So we're going to start with the agenda. Today our agenda is going to start with welcoming new associates, and then we're going to do upcoming events. We're going to talk about Mega Camp. Michael's going to give us a great market update. We have the Reflection team joining us again. We're going to announce the winners of the listing competition. We have awards for all 3 Pinellas market centers for the Chadwick group. And then we've got a little office update for you that you might have already heard a little about. So that is our agenda for today. So let's get started. Hey, Michael, we have a huge onslaught of agents joining Keller Williams this month. Isn't this exciting?
It is. I mean, look at all those faces. And what I love is that we have everywhere, right? I know that for a lot of people, I was having this conversation actually with someone who is an agent over in Orlando that I had met over the weekend. And, you know, they had that narrative of Keller Williams being the place for new people to go. That was the narrative that they had. And I said, absolutely not. We've got $70 million producers. We've got new agents as well. Of course, we have phenomenal coaching and training. And that coaching and training is helping people build big businesses. So I love seeing that we have buyer's agents, we have team agents, we have mega agents, we have new agents. We have so many people, so many faces joining us that we're so happy that they're here.
Right. And so as you can see, Brian Sprague is up there in the top row. You were mentioning $70 million producer. We're so excited to have him with us. Ray Helgren joined Jill, who came over last month. So we're excited to have the duo, both of them over, and Leanne and Frank Schmitz. Thank you to Jill for bringing Leanne and Frank Schmitz over as well. Beth Renew, Aaron McFarley, Kiara Williams, Golan. He's not really new to Keller Williams. He just changed offices yet. We're excited. He's part of the Jack Smith team now. We've got Lori Donat, Nathan Karst, Kendra Riley, Linda Snow, Neil Rubenstein. He joined the Orange Solution, longtime friend of Lonnie Orange. Samantha Matthews Karst. Chris Starman and Quinette Hunter and Kevin O'Brien. So we have such a great group. And I just got to say, I've gotten to talk to, there might be 1 or 2 that I've not gotten to meet personally through this process. And it's just a great group of agents, just smart talent. I'm seeing, Michael, that with the change in the world and COVID, that we have talented people coming to Keller Williams. We have talented people from outside of the industry choosing to make this switch into real estate right now because of COVID. And the level of talent in this group is just phenomenal. So excited to have you all. Welcome, welcome. We will be live someday and have you tell us an embarrassing story, because that's what we'd like to do.
Absolutely. And so we know that with new agents, there is always a familiarity to, you're okay, Anna, a familiarity to the training calendar. So looking at September, we've got a lot of great things that are here. You'll notice, though, that it looks a little light than normal.
Gee, why?
And so understanding that where our focus really is about stripping away some of the things. If it is not going to get you into production, if it's not going to be something of value to you, then we really want to make sure that you have, I mean, we're hearing from everybody. We're so busy. We've got so many things that we need to do. And so we're definitely putting the priority on the things that you absolutely should be seeing. So of course we have our awards today. We have our Take Command is continuing through the week. We also have Lead Generation 3612-3. That is a closed group of individuals who have made that commitment of wanting to get to 36 closings per year. And so that's a very fun group that we're being focused on. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, the 10th, we have Shift Tactic number 4. If you've not been joining us every single month, we are breaking down the Shift book, the 12 tactics, and we are focused on one each month. So that is our focus for this Thursday is Shift Tactic number 4. Yes, ma'am.
I was just going to say, before we talk about the big event next week, I would love to just talk a little bit. You mentioned that we're stripping down, and one of the things we are keeping on our calendar is coaching groups, and they're not all on this page. We have them on the back page. Here they are. Thank you. So I just want to talk about our coaching groups for a minute and your opportunities to really plug in. Now, some of them are not happening today on Tuesday. It says they accept the second Tuesday because you're here for our sales meeting. Yet just know we have a team agent coaching group. This is a new group that I am launching, and we had great talented agents last week on the call that they're either listing agents, team agents, or buyers agents on teams within our group, and they're coming together to truly mastermind. I bring a topic. We discuss that, and then there's truly a mastermind around it. And last week, what we mastermind, Michael, was how to write strong offers for buyers. And we really dug into what you can do to write a really strong offer in this competitive market.
Listen, I see team agent coaching, and then I see team building coaching. Could you talk a little bit about how those are different?
Yes. So the team agent coaching are for agents that are on a team. You are a buyer's agent, you're a listing agent on a team, not the lead listing agent, a listing agent on the team, or a team agent, meaning you take both buyers and sellers, and you're working under a rainmaker or a team leaders group. For the team building coaching that Rachel does on the first Tuesday at 11, that is actually for people who are either in the process of or intend to build a team. And she's truly coaching on the models of successful team building. So those are for the people who are in the process of building the team themselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you've got your growth coaching at Tuesday at 1. As well, and I know you've got a committed group there. We have an MREI mastermind that Rachel's doing. I'm holding one. I know I'm skipping around. I'm sorry. I am a high I. I don't always go in order. MREI mastermind is actually for those people who are intending to build investments, going through the MREI book, the Millionaire Real Estate Investing book. And then, of course, Michael, on Thursday at 12, you have launch coaching classes as well for the launch group. So the one that I skipped that you might have known is capper coaching. So I kind of want to, I feel like people are like, should I go to this? Should I not go to this? Who do we want there? So if you're on the cusp of capping, like you're hitting 1.5 consistently and you're not part of growth coaching, you are invited to come and come to capper coaching. If you have capped up to about $3-4 million in sales volume, you are welcome to come. Really, anybody is. Yet that's who this is for. This is for the cappers who are they're cappers and are looking to grow their business and really mastermind with one another about great techniques and strategies around growing their business. That help?
Absolutely. And I do think, Kristen, to also talk about this, if I'm looking at this list and I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to fall in, the point is that there is a group for everyone, and that we encourage you to take coaching. We are a coaching and training company. So understanding the benefits of being able to learn from one another as well as masterminding. I know that now more than ever, I need a sense of community, right? And I feel like everyone, just to have accountability partners, to have people that we're sharing ideas, it can definitely feel like a silo when you're doing everything digitally. So if you are not sure, please reach out to Kristen, please reach out to myself or Rachel, and we can actually have a conversation and see which is the best coaching group for you to be a part of. The answer is a coaching group, and that's most important than no coaching group.
Absolutely. And we are for the agents and by the agents. So what I'm finding is that the groups really morph into what you want it to be. I know the Capper coaching group, they really have asked for accountability. So they're holding each other accountable and sharing their numbers, and that's part of their group as well. So it morphs into what you need this to be: community, accountability, masterminding. So it includes it all. So come out, don't be intimidated. It's just, we do have rules though on our Zoom calls, and these rules, they were actually developed by agents who said, I don't feel comfortable being on screen talking and there are people lurking in the background. So we do ask that you're on camera, ready to talk, and your volume's on, and participate in the group. That's our one ask there.
One thing I do want to make sure that I hit on about this. So the Millionaire Real Estate Investor Mastermind, that is the one that is set for today, Tuesday at 3 p.m. The special guest is Gene Rivers. And if you don't know who if you don't know who Gene Rivers is and you didn't see Kristen's jaw drop, Gene Rivers is definitely a celebrity. He's been in Keller Williams for a very long time, is an operating principal of Market Center, has a successful real estate team called the Rivers Team with his wife, Rebecca. They are truly millionaire real estate agents. They've done the model, they've lived by the model, and he's going to talk as the guest speaker today around the benefits of investing and what that looks like to be able to build your wealth and build your portfolio. And that's free. Normally, if Gene's speaking, it's usually a ticketed event, and that's a huge draw for today's mastermind.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. All right, well, let's go to Mega Camp. And we should have a little guest. I think his name's Troy Walseth, lurking in the background. Yeah.
Is that a new agent?
Yeah, he's rather new. He's new in the Treasure Island office anyway.
Well, while we're waiting for Troy to join, I realized that there might be some people that aren't familiar with Keller Williams international events. And so, Kristen, can you speak to just kind of a general consensus of why Keller Williams does these normally large in-person events, and then we can hear from Troy?
Yeah, there's really two every year, our Mega Camp and Family Reunion, that are the largest events. There's multiple others. However, these are events where historically we've been able to get together, be front row, or at least in the same room with Gary Keller and the leadership team, and truly mastermind with the other top agents in Keller Williams to get new ideas, network, find new strategies. And so it's been an experience where we have historically traveled to Austin or, somewhere for, depending on the event. We've traveled to these events, and this year it's going to be a digital experience, which I love because I think it's easier for everybody to actually connect in, and this is the world we live in right now. And so we've pivoted, and I think it's going to be a crazy, incredible event. Troy's there.
Hello. I didn't have access before. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. Perfect. So, Mega Camp. So I've been at Keller Williams for 5 years, and I've been going to Mega Camp for 8 years. 8 years in a row. And it was
wait a minute, my math's not right, Troy.
I know. They only have one a year. I was at Remax, 2 different Remaxes going to Mega Camp because I went to the first one. I was invited, and it was absolutely the best thing I'd ever been to. And just to piggyback on that, I spend about $20,000 a year improving myself, improving the team, improving by learning and going to these events. And this is absolutely the best one out there. So normally it's in person in Austin, always in Austin, where they move Family Reunion around. But this is somewhere where you've got to have a mission going in because there is so much info, so much masterminding, so much dissecting teams and dissecting agents and exactly what they do to become successful, what they've done in the past, and the layout of literally everything they do right now to be super successful. So, and Gary Keller is on stage normally picking like these teams apart, saying, what do you do for lead gen? What do you do? What's your best thing that produces the most income for you? And literally dissects them along with, you have the option of doing all these breakout sessions. So that's where you need a focus. If you go in there without some type of a focus, you're going to be scattered because there's so much info. So you really need to go in and say, okay, I'm going to focus on what do I need to do to take more listings? And that's how you lay out your classes and your schedule. Or I really want to do expansion. And so you lay out your schedule that way, going to expansion items, or I want to build a team or hire my first person or whatever. And you will get so much info out of it if you have that focus. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. It's the best thing that KW offers in my mind. So.
Well, Troy, and I don't mean to hijack the interview, Kristen, and I know that it's so important for people to understand Mega Camp typically, you know, how much, Troy, with disclosing on average, right, how much do you think that it costs for plane, hotel, everything when you go to an event like Mega Camp?
Well, if it's just me personally, it's about $2,000. Is what it costs for me to go there with a room, with getting in with, you know, food, etc. It's about $2,000 roughly. But I spend $12,000 to $15,000 a year because I bring team members as well. So.
And so how are you finding your return on investment from this?
I think it's incredible. Number one, I haven't had any of my team members that have left there saying, yeah, that was kind of worthless. That wasn't a great training. Everybody's pumped. Everybody's excited. They all learned something. We get tremendous value. Literally, if you can pull enough info out of here to do one deal, it's going to pay for the $12,000 that I spend on it. So. Yeah.
You know, Troy, there's something else that you've used this for in the past, and that's been to grow your profit share.
Yeah.
Tell us how you've used it for that.
Well, look, I've just invited agents and paid their way to come. Like it's usually an $800 purchase to go to Mega Camp plus a hotel room and a flight. And I've invited top agents, you know, just say, hey, no obligation whatsoever, but I'm going alone this time and I'd love to have some company. Do you have any interest in attending this? It's the best thing KW offers. And I've flown probably like 4 different people there. And I think 3 of them have joined KW. So.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Very good. Michael, I know that you've really gotten a taste of what Mega Camp's going to look like this year. You've seen, I haven't. You're on the inside. And can we say we have a Mega Camp panelist amongst us? Michael Reedy is going to be a Mega Camp panelist this year. That is exciting. So tell us what you've seen, what you're anticipating with Mega Camp this year in a digital experience.
Yeah, so I mean, they really have been, I mean, you can imagine the plan of being in Austin and doing everything physically. And then because of COVID, I mean, you know, conferences are usually planned a year, 2 years in advance. The logistics, there's an entire team that moves these things around. And so they've now, you switch from a special events company to having software developers building apps and interface. So your custom experience, for the record, and this is kind of the point, asking Troy how much he was spending. Right now, we're going to make sure that the link goes out to you. You will be getting a text message that's going to include how to register for Mega Camp. This is $119 for you to register for Mega Camp. So when Troy is saying that on average, you know, and apparently Troy is way more frugal than I am when it goes to going to some of these events can be very expensive. And so the idea that you're able to absorb all of this information for $119 for 3 days, And it's not maybe in the past you've seen where we stream some things in the market center. That's not the way that it is. So every person is going to have a different experience. You're either going to be focused on listings, leads, leverage. Like Troy said, you're going to have your breakout sessions. All of that is going to be in your megacamp2020.com. That's where you're going to type in your username and your registration, and you'll be able to actually go in. That's where you'll be able to find recordings so that you can go back and listen. You'll be able to download the PowerPoints so that you can really go back and go, man, what was that thing that they said that was gold? I mean, you're really going to have access to all of the material, I believe, for at minimum 60 days following MegaCamp, so that you can go through for your custom experience. They really are sparing no expense to make sure that they're bringing this experience to you, so that you can really get the most out of MegaCamp and be taking advantage of not just the market of today, the market of tomorrow, for sure.
Awesome. Well, and Troy, I want to let you know that if there are any agents that you want to invite, give me a call, let me know. I might be able to cover the expense for them this time. And that doesn't just go for you. Please, anyone, if you know of a capper out there that you'd like to invite, we're here to help support that mission. Well, I am excited. Troy, I have one more question for you. What are you looking to gain this time?
Always team building things, always. So what can we do to, help be an influence to our team members, or, help them out to achieve more. That's what we're always looking for. So
awesome. Thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right, Kristen. Well, we oftentimes do a general market update, and I was thinking that I would like to do something a little bit different. And what I mean by this is you have, as agents, you have really great tools with the MLS. And oftentimes we don't get to see or really know how to do that. So wanting to have a conversation around market updates and how you can find the information yourself and then be able to take that information and share it with your people. So that's what we're gonna do. Anna, known as Rachel for here, if you can make me host, or at least give me the ability to screen share, I'm gonna take over for a minute. I promise I'll give it back. I am not Rachel, so we don't have to worry about that. However,
I'm sure people know, yet she is still on vacation today.
Yes. Well, and so one of the things that before we actually get into it, I do want to make sure that we're having a conversation around the activities of today, right? So understanding what's happened, you have the multi-year trends, and you can actually go into your mykw.kw.com. You can do the Market Center multi-year trends so that you can see what's going on. We are blessed by having so many great people in our world that are able to be a part of our organization. And so seeing the activities that they're doing, but you have to remember, Kristen, when you heard, I don't know, was it last year, 2 years ago, when Gary Keller said that you are losing so slowly you think you're winning, right? What did that mean to you when you heard that 2 years ago?
I think it meant that we weren't keeping our eye on the overall goal or the overall ball. We were letting things slip away and slip through the cracks that was going to cause us to miss the mark in the future if we would truly see where we were at and get right with where we were at, that we would then be able to get on a trajectory of actually crushing our goals. So that's what it meant to me.
Yeah, well, we've definitely seen, and I think that when we're talking about a shifting market, you've got to be looking on a weekly basis. What's happening in terms of closed units? What's happening in terms of listings, right? What's happening with our pending? So those things are there. The multi-year trends, though, shows our performance of the activities that we're doing. Anna, if you can stop the screen share for a moment, and we can have that conversation. So it's really understanding, closed units, listings taken and closed volume are the things that we look at from a market center perspective. And so it's from that perspective that we really need to see what's happening not only year over year, but month over month. And so if we look at closed units, listings taken, and closed volume, we're actually not doing so well in some of those areas, right? And so you might say, well, our listings taken number is going to be less because there is no inventory. That absolutely is correct. Closed units is an interesting conversation because when we're talking about market share, we're talking about the activities that we're doing. Thank you, Anna. I know that was painful, but I appreciate it. Is to have that conversation around our closed units. So going through just looking at all three market centers, right? Closed units. So month over month, if we were to look at it, August from this year, from August of last year, then we can see that in some of our market centers, we're down 11, 13%. When we look at listings taken, we're down sometimes 3%. We're down sometimes 27%. We're up 20% in other market centers. So the idea here is that looking at our specific performance, yeah, absolutely, Kristen. When looking at our specific performance, we've got to say, if I'm having my best month, what's happening if we're really the top producers, if we're the ones that are number one in our market? Don't you think that what our performance is probably leading the way that other market centers are feeling, or other brokerages are feeling?
Yeah, and we've seen that graph, right? Where if we're doing double the business as our closest competitor. What I was going to say though is you're looking at units on where we are, and we're down in closed units. We're down in listings taken. Yet when you look at closed volume and volume taken, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, if you look at, so month over month in closed volume, right? So closed volume, sales volume, St. Pete is up 84.5%.
Yep.
Right, in the positive. You look at Gulf Beaches is up 9.2%. You look at Seminole's up 6.9%. So it's positive, 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 right? I'm having my best year ever financially. However, or best August ever financially. What's happening from January through August? Are you on track? Because if we look at year to date, we've got some catching up to do for some people, right, on what's happened March, April, May. The idea here is that you've got to get in a relationship with not only your numbers, understanding the numbers of our market center, and then understanding the numbers of our market. And that's what I'm going to show you now on the MLS. Any last thoughts when we're talking about closed volumes, listing taken, listing sales volume?
What it makes me think of is this is why we track units, because our price points are going up. We're seeing, I know in the Gulf Beaches office, we were at 308 last year average price point. We're at 350 average price point this year. Our price points are going up. If we're losing so slowly, we think we're winning. If we're losing units, but because our price points are going up, we're closing more volume, we can think that we're winning when we're actually losing the units. So we've got to stay on both of those measures to really get a picture of what's happening.
And understanding when we talk about market share, so let's say that inventory is completely depleted. There's still an opportunity for us to have a better year than we did last year, because we have never been 100% of market share. We've never taken 100% of the listings. We've never taken 100% of the buyers. We've never taken 100% of the closings. That has a direct correlation to what we do. So let me show you really quickly. When we're looking at our MLS, right, there, and yours might look a little differently than mine because you can pull your homepage. But what's really important here is this market watch that's right here that most people aren't really paying a whole lot of attention to. You can see that you can sort based on commercial, income, vacant land, rental, right? You can do cross property to kind of show you what's happening all in all. If we look at residential, and like I said, looking in the last 7 days is important. Are you able to track on a monthly or weekly basis, right? We can actually see these trends often. So I'm going to make sure that I'm looking at 7 days. And now let's say I want to look at what's sold in the last 7 days. Well, there's 91 homes that have sold. Well, okay, great. what do we really care about 91? What I'm going to do is I can see that there were 96 results, which is interesting because that's more than 91. It must have updated since we've been here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this to 100. And the reason why I'm moving to 100 a page is because then I can click this button here. That's going to include everything that's happened, right? And now I'm going to click the select all button, which is right here at the top. And then I'm going to go down to statistics. And this is something that always kind of sits at the bottom of your page. We're going to go to tabular. And now this is what I love. Instantly, we're able to go, what do we do with this information? So you can see minimum, maximum, average, right? Average is taking all of the numbers and dividing by the number of units that we have, which doesn't really give us a clear picture. We really want to be looking at median, right? So when we're talking to our people, what does a median sold home look like in our market today? Well, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet. What's that list price, Kristen?
300,000.
Now you're saying that for Gulf Beaches, or is that in total for all 3 market centers that our average sales price is higher than that?
I was talking about Gulf Beaches specifically. I happened to look at that multi-year trend this morning. So
yeah. And so it's very interesting. You want to look at your market specifically, our market of what we talk about, because we have agents in all 3 market centers that have listings in Seminole, Largo, Pinellas Point, all over the place. So we want to look at this information that's here. So list price is 300,000. Closed price is 296,000. Right? Average days to contract.
8%.
Look at that, 0.99% sold price to list price ratio. Yeah. And in some instances on the max, list price ratio to sold price is 108% over asking. And if you are representing any buyer in today's market, you're seeing people are throwing offers like spaghetti against the wall. We're going to do 10,000 over, 15,000 over, escalation clause, you get a car, right? Well, I mean, people are doing anything and everything they possibly can so that you can do that. But this is interesting. So if I'm talking Mr. and Mrs. Seller, right, when a home is priced correctly, competitively in this market, we're seeing that people aren't trying to get a deal of a century. They're more than willing to pay 100%, 99%, 108%. And the average days on market is 11 right now. Average days on market is 11. And that is very significant information to let people know you have this ability. You also have the ability of being overpriced. And when we're overpriced, we can see what those things are. So we can go back, same thing as I just did, and maybe I want to dissect something else. Oh, I got to read later, right? Dissecting something else. Maybe we want to look at pendings because we'd like to know what's physically happening with our pendings. I'm going to do the same thing to have as many of my options as possible. I'm missing about 6 from here, but really quickly, taking this information, and you need to know this. You need to know this and then to be able to effectively communicate this with your people so that they understand that our pending median is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,200 square feet. List price is $254, which is very interesting. We just need to watch our list prices. Are people overpricing? Are we going under? Are we seeing a relax in certain prices? What is it? But here's another thing. With our pendings, what's the average days on market, Kristen?
8 days on market. It's shrinking.
And it's so important to have this conversation with people because it's also from that perspective of what happens when you have the client that says, oh, well, you know, we want to get under contract before we put our house on the market. Mm-hmm. Or we want to get under contract before we start looking at houses. No, by the time that you make that decision, that house that you would have wanted is already gone. Yep. It's not even making it. Now, what also happens when an average days on market is 8 or 11? How do you think your seller feels when we've been on the market for 14 days? Or we've been on the market for, and isn't that crazy? 14 days, you're stale. It's expired. It's horrible. No, it's not horrible. But how can we take this data and use it in our consultations to inform our people? How are you also taking this information and then sharing it on your social media, sharing it to your public so that you are the local real estate expert and you're the person that if they have questions on how has COVID affected the equity of your home, send me a private message, give me a call, and we can have a private, confidential conversation. However, if you're looking, you've probably had some appreciation on your home in the last 8 months. because of activity. So I think it's so important. Normally, we come on here and we just want to give you the data. I really want to make sure that that, you're paying for some of this stuff, right? So, and for the MLS, there's so many tools that you have, and being able to watch the market, interpret the data, and be able to show your clients that they're in good hands is so important.
Michael, what I just heard you do is take statistics and turn it into a story. And that's what there's a story to be told on this, like on your sold stats, the average days on market was 11. The average days to closing was 60, which has been pretty typical back in the past when the average days to market was to contract was 21 or 28 days. Right. That the days to closing hasn't shrunk because there's such a huge volume that lenders are having a hard time keeping up with the volume of. So there's another story to be told in those statistics. Okay.
It's that story. The other story is, hey, listen, we'll accept your offer, but my sellers need a longer closing date because we still haven't found them a home yet, right, because we've been beat out on multiple situations. So using this information to really get a pulse, you're absolutely right, Kristen. Telling the story is equally as important for ourselves and our value as it is to also be able to see what does the future look like and how am I supposed to pivot or shift in that moment.
Right. All right. Up next, Anna, I think we've got some more guests coming in. The Reflections team is with us. Hi, Rachel. Are you there? Let's give them a minute to unmute.
Hi there. How's it going?
Good.
Can you hear me okay?
We can. You're a little echoey. I think you're on here twice.
I am. Let me do that.
Perfect.
Oh,
but you're not, you need to unmute again.
There we go.
Awesome.
Hi, Rachel.
Hi. How's it going, guys? Thanks so much for letting us jump on here and join the meeting. So I have Michelle with me as well as Brian, and I wanted to let you guys know, I know a lot of you in the office have found out that Brian Sprague joined us about a couple weeks ago now, but he is our Director of Sales for the Reflection Project. We're very excited about that. And we're sitting in the sales center here, and I wanted to, if possible, potentially walk you guys through, if you guys will can you guys let my video show? I wanted to walk you guys through some of our unique tools we have here for the Reflection Project.
Yeah, Anna, if you can take the projection off the screen again. We're just keeping you on your toes today. Yeah, there you go.
Hi, guys. So I'm going to flip around and show you guys a little bit about the sales center. Here we are. Awesome. Brian, Michelle, say hi. So we have this tool here, guys, called Emerza to sell this project. And as you've heard us talk about before, this is an 88 unit, 18-story luxury condo tower that's proposed on Mirror Lake. And we have this really fun tool called Emerza to sell here. And Michelle's just going to give us a quick tour of it. We'd love for you guys to set up appointments and come in and see this in person, but wanted to give you a little taster. Can you guys see that okay?
What you're seeing right now is a list of availability in the building for reservation. So we are open. We are ready for you to bring your buyers in and make a reservation. Everything that you're seeing on the screen right now, that is what is released and available for your buyers to consider purchasing. So we're going to go into one of the homes and give you a quick tour of this LaPiste floor plan. It's one of our larger 2-bedroom homes in the building that does offer a den. So 2,285 square feet in total, with just amazing views back to the east and southeast, framing downtown St. Petersburg. This will be an incredible floor plan, should be quite popular, offering those views. All residences in the building will have 9.5-foot ceilings. So you've got floor-to-ceiling windows giving you these magnificent views.
It's pretty neat. So this is cool. But I'm going to show you guys real quick. Michelle is running this on an iPad. So we do this all right from our iPad here. It's a really neat tool, and it's a great way to wow your buyers. Shows you everything that you would actually see in the unit.
Our drone photographer went to the exact level of each. So when
once this video is completed, I'll go back to the balcony view. And what I can do straight from the iPad is change the level. So I went into 14 LaPiece because that's available and it's a higher floor to show you one of our best residences, but I can change the floor. So I'm gonna turn us around again. And so I'm on 14, but here's what floor 10 looks like. Here's what floor 17 looks like. So again, straight from the iPad, I can also go to nighttime to show you what a nighttime view is. And this is, again, from the exact level, so there's no surprises for your buyers when they come in.
So I've told the ladies here in the sales gallery with me, this is a whole new way to present the building. I can actually show you from the same vantage point to anywhere in the home what your view is. So this is a whole new way of selling and presenting the pre-construction building to your buyers. So it's a very interactive experience. So we invite you to bring all of your buyers to the sales gallery. If you are downtown showing any other condo buildings, please mention us and please give us a call. Someone will be here in the sales gallery to give you and your buyer a presentation. It takes us maybe 20 to 30 minutes to give you all of the information on the building. It is only a $10,000 reservation deposit. We anticipate contract conversion coming up in January, so just a few months out, and completion is going to be in early part of 2023.
Wonderful. What a beautiful building, you guys. It's just stunning.
It's really great. We're excited about it. So yeah, we're paying 3% to buyers, brokers. So bring your buyers, set up an appointment with us, come down to the sales center and check it out.
Rachel, what is the location if people aren't familiar with where the showroom is?
Of course, we're at 600 First Avenue North. We're in the Sage Executive Office Building. We're on the first floor, so it's the first thing that you see when you walk in. So we're just a block from Mirror Lake and just a couple blocks from our downtown office.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. And looking forward to actually seeing the actual display in person. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Yes, really great. Well, we look forward to having you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Right.
Up next, we have another special guest. Michael, we are just hosting our special guest today. We're doing so good. We are at the point in our sales meeting, we are going to announce the listing competition winners. And we have a guest with us to do that. That picture is not of Dusty. I just have to say that does not look like Dusty at all. I know Dusty. This must be Kimber.
Yeah, so I'm not sure why I'm showing up as Dusty, but it might be because I used her Zoom to host something recently. I am Kimber Fraley. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
We can. Yes. Hi, Kimber. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. So yes, cat's out of the bag already as far as who won, if you guys can see the screen. But we are so excited to be partnering with KW on this. As they've discussed already, the Mega Camp is going to be such a valuable tool for your business, especially this year with being able to access those courses afterwards. So each of the winners this year are going to get a ticket to that we are providing to them. And as you see here, for the individual, we have, and I apologize ahead of time if I butcher anyone's names, let me buy you a coffee if they are not correct. So for our individual, we have Yvette Bricketto. Congratulations. And for the team, we have the Kent Dudley team. Way to go, guys. For our group this year, it's the Sandy Hartman group. So we will get in touch with you and we'll get the tickets sent over. We'll get everyone's individual names on there for the teams and the groups. They'll choose who they would like to go. Just a little bit about the FBI group. We are a residential and commercial home inspection company. We currently service Pinellas, Hillsborough, Pasco, Polk, Sarasota, Manatee, and Lee counties. And we are your one-stop shop. You can get everything from your typical inspections with your same-day reports, of course, always, to your WDOs, pool inspection, radon, mold, everything that you need. We're really your one-stop shop for everything. And all of our inspectors are nationally certified. They're also trained by a general contractor, so they have that extra level of knowledge. Our customer service and professionalism is out of this world. It's non-comparable. And we also offer, as KW, as well as so big on educational courses, we offer quite a few in our realm, and they're all free to agents. So if you have any interest in those, I could definitely get that information out to you guys. And of course, it's always free, and a lot of those are CE credit courses. So happy Labor Day weekend to everyone. I hope it was productive as well as relaxing. And again, big congratulations to such a great job for those listing winners. You guys are killing it out there. I know times are crazy right now. So thanks for having me on.
Kimber, thank you very much for being here. We love your drink cozies, your rainbow drink cozies.
Good.
Those are awesome. I keep seeing them around the office and I use them personally. So thank you for that. I know that was your brainchild. So nice on that. And again, congratulations to the winners who took territory in this market where that's our focus right now, taking territory and getting to 25% market share within the Pinellas Chadwick group. And for each of your individual businesses, congratulations everyone. So thank you, Kimber. Have a great day.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we are there. We are here. We've got Bob Carty with us as well. Welcome, Bob. Glad you could join us. We are gonna kick this off and finish this up, I guess I should say, with our awards for the month of August. Home run awards for Gulf Beaches. We had Brandon Bartow, Candace Johnson, Dawn Fader, Manly and Buns Group, Orange Solution, Karen McConnell, Renee Schoenberg, Sherry Scott, Sonia, Sonia, you know I know how to say your last name, Bourgeois, Stacy Allen, Lockhart and Walseth team. Congratulations on your home run for taking a listing, going under contract, and having a closing all in 1 month. Most listings taken, individual, Jill Helgren took 4. Congratulations, Jill. The groups, we had the Orange Solution and Lockhart Walseth, both taking 5 listings in the month of August. Highest list price, Jill with 1.49 million. Congratulations. Our top GCI earners, for an individual, Sarah Morrow, wow, $51,668. That is more than a lot of people make in a year. Congratulations. That is beautiful. And Sarah, just if you don't know, Sarah farms the Coquina Key area. And Manly and Buns Group took $89,621 in GCI. Wow. Most listings sold, we had individuals, Dana Garvin with 4, Renee Schoenberg with 4, and Jason Hayes with 4. Congratulations to those 3 for tying at 4. Sold units in groups, we had the Lockhart Walseth team with 10 units sold, and then in volume, Renee had just under $1 million at $999. Candace with 1.192 and Dana with 1.58. Congratulations, Dana, for taking the most sold volume in the month of August. And then groups, we had Lockhart and Walseth team with 3,018,400. Manly and Buns with just beating them out at 3,020,000. And Jill and Ray Helgren with 5,487,500. Congratulations, what a beautiful month. And then I love to celebrate our cappers. Stacy Allen and Chuck Anderson are both smart business owners who choose to make it to 100%. So congratulations to both of you. I have your caps. If you are a capper, you can come to the Market Center. We have your caps for you. First listings, John Holenhurst, congratulations on taking your first listings, and thank you to Orange Solutions for donating to KW Cares. So congratulations, Gulf Beaches, on your successes this last month.
So good. All right, let's get into the downtown St. Pete Market Center. For our home runs, we have quite a few here. We've got Bunny Longwell, the Becky McConnell Group, Kat Boston, Chris Price, Courtney Alberigo Stein, Dan Hale, Debbie Watts, the Antonowitz Home Team, Hal Holder, the Jack Smith Team, Jay Heidel, the Jeff Joyner Group, Jennifer Thayer, Jill Smith, Julie Sartain, the Kathy Stange Team, Yvette Bricketto, Zach Zender, the Kent Dudley Team, Kevin Cottrell, Kim Van Herwijnen, Kyle Sasser, Hersworm Holmes, Marsh Bilby, Rob McGuire, Ron Platt, Scott Simon, the Huffman, Capon, and Associates team, the Fig team, the Crawford team, and Todd Eplin. Y'all were really busy getting one listing, getting under contract, and having a closing. That is absolutely a sure sign of what fourth quarter is going to look like. So congratulations to all of you for that. For our most listings taken, for an individual was Jennifer Thayer with 6. For our team, we had the Jeff Joyner group with 3 listings. And for our group, the Antonowitz home team took 6 listings last month. Our highest list price for Jennifer Thayer is $2.45 million. Congratulations, Jennifer, on taking that listing. For our top gross commission earners, for our individual, man, Jennifer Thayer at $231,000. Actually, I should say $231,001.25
Don't miss that.
in the month of August. For a team, we had the Jill Smith team at $53,850. Congratulations, Jill and Chris. I'm sure that if anything, this is probably the best month ever for you, and I'm so proud and excited that you've been digging in. And then for group, we had the Becky McConnell group at $134,000. Congratulations. To save the best for last on this page, because that's what Kristen loves to do, is we always want to say congratulations to those who have capped, earning 100% of their commission for the rest of their anniversary year. We have Denise Antonowitz, we have Marsh Bilby, Jay Heidel, Tiffany Letlier, Rob McGuire, Nicole Molinaro, Steffi Palmer, Ron Platt, and Divya Chugani. Congratulations to you all. What a wonderful month for the Downtown Market Center.
Yep,
And
and
it
it
keeps
keeps going
going.
on.
It keeps going. All right. So most sold units, Jennifer Thayer right there at the top. She's having a wonderful summer. She closed 7 units. The team, the Jill Smith team, had 4 units closed for the month of August. And for our group, the Becky McConnell group, at 9 units sold last month. That's amazing. For volume, in third place for individuals, Chris Price had 1.499500 in terms of her sold volume in the month of August. Second place was Debbie Heston at 1,790,000. And first place, who has been first place in units sold as well as gross commission earner, Jennifer Thayer at 8.1 million in closed volume for the month of August. Congratulations to you all. For teams, third place, we have the Susie Group. I so love seeing that DJ is growing his business and is now in partnership with others to build a wonderful team. So the Susie Group is at 845,000 in sold volume last month. Second place with the Jill Smith team was 1.9 million in sold volume. And first place, we have Stephanie Huffman and Steve Capon for the Huffman, Capon, and Associates team at 2.6 million in sold volume. And for groups, the third place, Hersworm Homes at 2.6 million in closed volume. Second place goes to Yes Homes, that's Marion and Rhonda, at 3.3 million in closed volume. And first place for our groups, the Becky McConnell Group, at $4,680,485. For hat tricks, so what's a hat trick, Bob? Just to pull you in to get you primed.
Yeah,
so it's
3 closings in a day.
How do you get 3 closings in a day?
You schedule them.
Yay!
So understanding and as fun as it is to get 3 closings in a day, it's also probably one of the most hectic days to make happen, to bounce around if they're definitely at 3 different places. And our hat tricks, we have Leah Hersworm and Becky McConnell both had 3 closings in their first day. For our first listings, congratulations to Gina McWilliams, a veteran to real estate and new to the St. Pete area. Congratulations on Gina's first listing. And Kelly Colacerdo had her first listing, which I know is already happening. Yet her first closings, Kelly had her first closing. Ken McIntyre, Lisa Peterson, Michael Barton, and Yvette Taylor all had their first closings in the month of August. Congratulations. And lastly, thank you to Shannon McMahon, who made a donation to KW Cares. That's always an important aspect of our culture. And so we definitely want to thank those that make that a priority. All right, Bob. If I got one more slide, I give up. Okay, good.
No, you're done. Last but certainly not least, home runs for KW Seminole are Alana O'Hanlon, the Piamba home team, the Henderson team, Donna Hildebrand, the Hustle and Heart group, Kevin Mika, Maggie Livingston, Patty Smith, the R team, Curb Appeal Homes, the Sandy Hartman group, and the Walseth team.
Woo.
Our top GCI earners in Seminole for the month of August, as an individual, is Maggie Livingston. And that was a pretty tight race between her, Kathy Hammock, and Alana O'Hanlon for a couple of extra shout outs there.
Yeah.
For our team, the Piamba home team is our top GCI earner with 26,000 and change. And for our group, the Walseth team with 163 and change
Woo.
in total GCI for the month of August here in Seminole.
Nice.
So for our most listings taken, it looks like we had a 6-way tie for individual. We had several people take a couple of listings, so we don't have them listed here. For team, we had another several way tie. We did list those here. That's the Curb Appeal Homes team, the Henderson team, and the Piamba home team. And then for our group, the Sandy Hartman group, with a whopping 14 listings taken in August.
Wow.
Great job.
Wow. Go Sandy
Great
Hartman
job,
team.
guys.
Group.
Our highest list price would be Chase Walseth with the Walseth team with a $2 million listing.
Nice.
We had a sole capper in Seminole for August, which was, of course, Maggie Livingston, our top GCI earner. Go figure. I think those
Yep.
are correlated. And most donations, giving back as she's capped, Maggie Livingston.
Yes. And she gave back at Tell Me Something Good too.
Yep, that's my girl. So for most sold units, individuals, like I said, we had a tie between a few people. So we've got Maggie Livingston, Alana O'Hanlon, Vicki O'Donnell, and Wally Wissenen with 2 units apiece. For our teams, the Piamba home team with 2 units. And for our groups, the Sandy Hartman group with 10 closed units in August.
What a month.
Now, finally, for our most sold volume for individuals, our third place was Kathy Hammock with 775 in sold volume. Second place, Alana O'Hanlon with just over 1.2 million. And first place, go figure, Maggie Livingston with 1.4 million. Congrats, guys. For teams, the Curb Appeal Homes team took third with 210,000 in sold volume. The Henderson team took second with 214 and change. And the Piamba home team took first with 870,000 in sold volume. And last but not least, for groups, third place was the R team, who sold just over 1.4 million. Second place, the Sandy Hartman group with just over 3.2 million in sold volume. And first place, the Walseth team with just over 5 million in sold volume for the month of August.
Wow.
And I think that's it.
Yes. Well, I know we're right past noon. We have just 2 quick announcements. One is what you see here is the new Treasure Island Market Center. You are part of the Chadwick group, and so this is a new home for you as well. The Treasure Island Market Center is officially open, although we are still unpacking boxes and hanging things on the walls. So, and renovating a bathroom too. So we are in process yet. Just know that this is another place that you can use to meet your customers. You can certainly call to reserve conference rooms if you need to, and as we continue to get them set up. So just excited. We will give you more news as we have grand opening. So, and then Bob, I know you had a quick update on our phone systems as well that you were going to tell us about.
Yeah. So last week we did upgrade the phone systems for all 3 of the Chadwick Pinellas Market Centers in an effort just to move into the 21st century with those systems and get some added capability there. And then that's going to assist us with our larger goal of centralizing the call communications service throughout all 3 market centers, making sure that everyone still has your listings, your leads through floor time. Floor time agents are getting those referrals. And it'll all just help us essentially just service your clients or your prospective clients that much better right at the phone.
Does this change mean anything for our agents as far as the phone system, or we're just letting them know that this has happened Are extensions the same?
Not really. Phone numbers are the same. On the back end, there might be some different extensions, but ultimately, it's ready to rock. It's really just a back end transition with some of the more nerdy pieces that I won't get into here. But otherwise,
We love that you're a nerd, though, Bob. We love that about you.
Yeah, you guys need one of them on the team. But no, everything's going to run the same way it always does. We have all the same phone numbers. We're going to get some e-faxing capabilities out of that for those of you who want to send little fax emails and other fun things, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, no big change there. You'll see a couple of differences, but yeah, no impact to you guys or your clients.
Awesome. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. Well, Michael, Bob, we made it. We did it. We had a sales meeting on Tuesday.
We did in only 5 minutes over, but that's okay.
We did pretty well considering all that we had. Well, everybody go out, have a fantastic day. And remember, we're taking market share. Congratulations.
Awesome. Bye, everybody.